The land you are standing on right now was once burning lava, and we humans are only 300,000 years old. But our story is 4.5 billion years long. In this video, we will see how Earth was formed, how life began in the oceans, and how that journey finally reached humans. The age of dinosaurs, the ice ages, and the turning points where humans used fire, tools, and intelligence to change the world. Are you ready for time travel? Come, and let's begin the most exciting journey of Earth and humankind. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and press the bell icon so you don't miss the next chapter. Long ago, there was a huge cloud of gas and dust called a nebula. From this cloud, our sun was born. The leftover dust particles collided, stuck together, and slowly formed small bodies. After millions of collisions, these bodies came together and formed Earth, at first a hot, boiling ball of fire. Meteorites were falling from above, volcanoes were erupting from below. The Earth kept heating and cooling again and again. This cycle continued for a long time. When Earth was very young, a Mars-sized object named Theia crashed into it. The collision threw a huge amount of debris into space, and that material slowly came together to form the Moon. Later, the Moon had a big impact on Earth. It stabilized the rise and fall of water. Tides slowly increased the length of the day and kept Earth's tilt steady. Because of this stability, life was able to survive here. Volcanoes released steam, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, and other gases. The steam cooled and turned into rain for millions of years. This rain cut and shaped the hard rocks of Earth, forming valleys and rivers. Water collected and created the first oceans. At that time, the air had very little oxygen. Most of it was carbon dioxide, nitrogen, and water vapor. Deep in the oceans, near hot water vents, a soup of chemicals was forming. Lightning, volcanic heat, environment of water. These conditions created the first simple cells. These were tiny microorganisms, single-celled, extremely small, but tough. They lived without oxygen and slowly spread everywhere. After many millions of years, some microorganisms, today called cyanobacteria, discovered an amazing method, photosynthesis. They began to use sunlight to make their own food, and as a byproduct, they released oxygen. Slowly, oxygen filled the oceans and then the air. Around 2.4 billion years ago, the Great Oxygen Revolution happened. The iron in the oceans rusted and settled at the bottom. And up in the sky, the ozone layer formed, protecting Earth from harmful ultraviolet rays. This became a major turning point for life. Many times in history, Earth was almost completely covered in ice. This is called snowball Earth. But carbon dioxide from volcanoes increased the greenhouse effect. The temperature rose again, the ice melted, and life continued to grow. The truth is, life does not give up. Around 2 to 1.5 billion years ago, some cells allowed other cells to live inside them. A permanent partnership. This endosymbiosis created complex cells, which had energy-producing structures called mitochondria. Later, some cells also developed chloroplasts for photosynthesis. From these complex cells came plants, animals, and eventually us. Time passed, and around 800 to 600 million years ago, the first multicellular organisms appeared. The soft-bodied, unusual creatures of the Ediacaran period. They were like the first major rehearsal of life, preparing for the next chapter. Around 540 million years ago, the Cambrian explosion happened. Life forms suddenly appeared in huge numbers. The first eye-like structures, hard shell, spikes, predators, and prey. This is where the race of survival, competition, and innovation truly began. The first plants came onto land around 470 million years ago, in small, moss-like forms. Fungi worked with them to make the soil fertile. Soon, insects and their relatives began to spread across the land. Around 370 million years ago, some fish used their fins like legs and came out of the water. These were the early tetrapods, who later evolved into amphibians and then reptiles. This was the second big leap of life, creating a world outside the ocean. During the Carboniferous period, Earth was covered by huge swampy forests. Oxygen levels were very high. Because of this, some insects grew much larger than those alive today. These forests eventually formed the coal layers we use now. Around 252 million years ago, the Permian-Triassic mass extinction occurred, the biggest disaster in Earth's history. Intense volcanic activity, poisonous gases, and extreme climate changes wiped out about 90% of marine life and about 70% of land life. But the story didn't end. Life began again. In the Triassic, then Jurassic and Cretaceous periods, dinosaurs ruled the planet for about 160 million years. During this time, some dinosaurs developed feathers. This is where birds began. Every bird today, from pigeons to eagles, is a distant relative of dinosaurs. Mammals also existed during this period. Small, clever, often active at night, waiting for the right moment. In the Cretaceous period, flowering plants appeared. A partnership formed with bees, butterflies, and birds for pollination. Colors, scents, and flavors transformed nature. This was a silent revolution that reshaped food chains. Around 66 million years ago, a huge asteroid hit near today's Mexico. Fire, dust, and darkness followed. The dinosaur era ended, but the empty space created new opportunities. The age of mammals began. After the dinosaurs disappeared, mammals began experimenting in every direction. Some returned to the water, like whales. Some started jumping through trees, like monkeys, and some became runners in open grasslands. Their brains grew larger, parenting lasted longer, social groups became stronger, and the ability to learn gave life a new direction. Around 50-60 million years ago, primates appeared. Forward-facing eyes, gripping hands, and curious minds. In Africa, around 7-6 million years ago, our direct ancestors, the hominins, started walking on a different path. Walking on two legs had many advantages. It helped them see far, kept their hands free, allowed them to carry tools, and made long journeys easier. Around 3.2 million years ago, beings like Lucy, Australopithecus, walked well on 2 feet, but had small brains. They were the bridge between animals and humans, an extremely important link in our story. Whens. Around 2.82 million years ago, the Homo group appeared. Homo habilis made sharp stone tools. They learned to cut, slice, survive, and share. From 1.9 to 1 million years ago, Homo erectus left Africa and spread across Asia and Europe. Long legs, stamina, and teamwork were their strengths. Control of fire became steady between 1 million and 400,000 years ago. Fire brought light to the darkness, cooked food, and most importantly, gave the brain more energy. Sitting around fires, stories were born, and knowledge traveled across generations. In Europe and Asia lived the Neanderthals and Denisovans, strong, intelligent, with seeds of culture and art. Later, in many places, we met them and even had families with them. Today, many people carry parts of their DNA. Around 300,000 years ago, we, Homo sapiens, appeared in Africa. Language became detailed, symbols gained meaning, cave paintings were created, jewelry, music, and rituals emerged. We began giving meaning to the world. Around 60,000 years ago, we left Africa, following coastlines, crossing deserts and mountains, and spreading across the entire Earth. Wherever we went, we understood nature, made new tools, and built new homes. From the ice of the Arctic to the islands of the Pacific Ocean. Around 12,000 years ago, we began farming and domesticating animals. Permanent homes formed, villages appeared, then cities and capitals. Writing began, trade grew, science and art flourished. But with this, we also cut forests, diverted rivers, and changed Earth in powerful ways. Benefits came, and so did consequences. Throughout this entire story, Earth's inner fire kept moving the continents. Sometimes all continents joined as one, Pangea. Then they split and drifted in different directions. Mountains rose, like the Himalayas. Oceans opened and closed. Wind and rainfall patterns changed. Plate tectonics is the heartbeat of Earth. It is still alive today. If Earth's 4.5 billion years were a 24-hour day, humans would appear in the final moment. At 23 hours, 59 minutes, and 59 seconds. We are a tiny but incredibly impactful part of this long story. Today, the climate is changing, many species are disappearing, but we have a unique power. Understanding, cooperation, and improvement. We mastered fire, shaped rivers, measured the sky, and now protecting the Earth is our greatest test. Whenever you look at the night sky, touch the soil, or take a deep breath, remember, you are the newest chapter of that great story. This Earth, woven from volcanic smoke, raindrops, ocean waves, ice sheets, dinosaur footprints, and the dreams of our ancestors, is now in your hands. Understand it, care for it, and make it even more beautiful for future generations. If you like this story, share it with others, because curiosity is the fire that makes humans truly human. Long live Earth, long live curiosity.